Welcome back to the Azure Databricks. This is the next video of the Azure Databricks series. In this video, we will create Databricks workspace and we will see the configuration of the Databricks. First, let's create the Databricks workspace. To create the workspace, you need to click on Azure Databricks. It will take you to the new screen where you can put the subscription. You can select the group, resource group, and you can put the name, whatever name you want to give, like Casey Databricks. And you can select the region and you can select the tier. Here three tiers are available: standard, premium and trial. I am selecting the standard. Here in the networking section, you can see deploy Databricks. You can see deploy Azure Databricks workspace with secure cluster. Means here no any open port and no public IP. So that is much secure. And the next option, deploy Azure Databricks workspace in your own virtual network. So if I select yes, it will give the details of the network, virtual network that you can select if you want to connect this database into the specified virtual network. For now, let me select the no. In the advanced, you can enable infrastructure encryption. In the text, you can put the text, like sometime you may need to add some text, and then review and create. Once I click on create, it will take few seconds and it would be created. Here you can see it gives the URL. You can try this URL as well. But before using the URL, you need to launch workspace at least one time. Actually, that would complete the required setting once you click on launch workspace. But if I use the URL, that will ask me the username password if I am not authenticated first time. But it will not allow me because still I have not clicked on a launch workspace. The required setting is still pending. So at least one time I need to click on launch workspace. Once I click on launch workspace, it will start the signing process and a new window will come up. That is actually the Databricks window. Here it asking me what's your current data project. So I can select the personalized setting that would be the default on your dashboard. If you want, you can select the default setting. For now, I want to select I don't know yet. Inspire me. Oh, okay, so here you can see different sections. Get started. Here you can see the left hand side, set up your workspace. Still I have not set up the workspace. I just created a workspace. For now, I will just go through all these menus just for understanding. In next video, I will create the cluster and I will create the jobs and all. For now, let me just show this portal. As I mentioned in previous video, Databricks is the company and it provides a service to different cloud providers. So if I go to the URL databricks.com, that is actually the company and it provides the service for data and AI analytics work. That is the independent portal. If I click on get started for free, it will take to me the page where I need to fill the details. I will fill the first name, last name, company email ID, title, and I need to select the country. And if I click on get started for free, so here the important thing, databricks.com is asking me to select the cloud providers. At the time when I'm making this video, I can see three options: Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. But let me select the Microsoft Azure and let me click on Get Started. Then it redirect me to the Azure page. Here I can select the Start Free if I don't have any account. As I have already an account, I can click on Already an Azure customer. It will ask me the username password. It will take to me the page where I can create the Databricks workspace using the Azure. Here I can select the resource name and I can put one more name, workspace name. Means this is the second workspace name, one I have already created. Mean to say we can create multiple Databricks workspaces. So that is the second workspace. In few seconds it would be created. Yes, that has been created now. And if I go here, I can see the second Databricks workspace. Here again I need to click on launch workspace. Once I click launch workspace, it will take to me the page of the second workspace. So that is the second workspace I have created. Here the important thing, suppose I want to go to the previous workspace. So if you see the icon here, this is the icon. If I click on this icon, it will show me the created workspaces. Now here, if I click on first workspace, the setting of the first workspace would be rendered. So I can switch to the workspaces from here. And if I go to the Azure portal, here I can see the list of the workspaces that I have created. Now the important thing, if I click on this icon, it will show me the two different submenus. First one is the data science and engineering, and second one is machine learning. In the default, you can see that data science engineering tools here. If I click on machine learning, it will show me the machine learning tool. What are the things common here? Notebook is the common. That is the data science and engineering. Here I can see the notebook, and here also I can see the notebook inside the machine learning. If you have worked on the machine learning tools like Jupyter notebook kind of thing, same kind of notebook we are going to use. Next, workspace. Here if I click on workspace, I can see the workspace folders. Workspace is there, shared is there, user is there. Inside the workspace, if I click again here, it will show me the menu, create, import, export, copy link address sort, and I can create notebook, library, folder, ML workflow. So that is just a configuration. I'm just going through the details what you can do inside the workspace. So if I click on folder, I can put the name of the folder and it would be created here. And if I click on folder name again, here I can create subfolder. So many items I can add. I can create the notebook here. If I click on notebook, it will ask me the notebook name. I can put the notebook name. Then the important thing here, it will ask me the default language. Apart from this Python, we have the Scala, SQL, and R. But let me select the Python and I can select the cluster. Currently, I don't have self cluster, but later on we can create the cluster. But without cluster, we can create the notebook. Here you can see the same notebook you use in your data science projects. If I click on the name, I can edit this name. I can correct it. This is the data analysis. Later on, we will go through the notebooks. So Here you can see the data feed and so many things we can add. In the folder itself, we can do so many things. Export, even we can move the folder. If I click on move, it will ask me where you want to move the folder. Copy file path, I can copy entire path of this particular notebook, and in the clipboard you can see the copied path. Copy link address I can do, and you can see the shared object. Actually that would be shared across organization. In the create button you can see different objects that you can create. Apart from notebook, you have table, cluster, job, pipeline, repository, AutoML experiment. If we go to the settings, you can see user settings, admin console, manage account. If I click on user settings, I can see the panel. Here I can add multiple users. If I click on add user, I can put the email ID and click on OK. One user would be created, and created user would be rendered here in the workspace users. This is the new created user, and in the groups we can create the new groups, and I can go to the existing groups. I can see the existing users, what is their entitlement. I can see the entitlement. I can enable, disable. One more menu, you can see repos. So that is actually repository. Inside the repository I can select the user, and in this particular user I can add the repository. I had already added it, but that is the way, like if you click on add repository, it will ask one pop-up would be appeared. Here you can put the repository URL and select the Git repository. Add list of the Git provider, you can see, you can select. I selected a GitHub, and I can put the name. I have the repository one. I have one repository. I can put the name, and I can click on create. So whatever the items inside the repository would be rendered here. So why you use the repository? Sometimes you need the data for the programming, Python programming in the notebook, or for some another purpose. One more icon is there, search. If you have the big list of the created stuffs, you can search the related items, notebooks, files, folders, libraries, repository. In settings, we have one more menu, user settings. So if you click on user setting, you can see the different tabs. In the access tokens, you can see generate new tokens. You can create the new tokens. It will ask the comments for the token. You can generate, and you can change the lifetime of the tokens. Means suppose 90 is there. After the 90 days, the token would be expired. You can generate, you can copy this token. Token has been created successfully, and where you can use this token, suppose you are using the Databricks APIs, you can pass this token. Like this is the example. I have created the variable of the token, and I can pass this variable inside the header of the Databricks API. So using this API, you can access the Databricks. Suppose you want to get the list of the cluster, or different method could be there in the Azure Databricks. You can achieve using the token. Some more things are there, like data integration, notebook settings. So many things are there. In the data integration, you can select the related, select the Git providers. In the notebook settings, you can configure the notebook setting inside the notebook settings tab. Like whenever you launch the Azure Databricks, notebook should be open automatic. This kind of settings are there. Different settings are there. You can choose as per your requirement. Email preferences are there. You want to configure the marketing email communication. You can uncheck or check the related checkbox like company blogs, customer newsletter. You can select as per your requirement and you can update. And model registry email notification. Suppose you don't want to notification, then you can turn off. Language settings is also there. You can select the preferred language. Default is the English. Other languages are also there. So that is the common setting of the Azure Databricks. In the next video, we will see how we can create cluster, jobs and all. That's all in this video. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, happy learning.